Remember that beat-up Silverado your neighbor sold for $2,000 in 2010 because it was too old? Yeah, it's worth 25 grand today. And the worst part? He knows it. Today, I'm gonna show you 5 Silverados from the 90s that were treated like scrap metal and now are worth more than many brand new cars. Man, in the 90s, Silverados were work trucks. Nobody imagined they'd become collector items. I watched my uncle sell a 91 454 SS for $3,500 in 2008. Old gas guzzler, he called it. Last week I saw an identical one selling for $48,000. 48 grand. And before we dive into these hidden gems, if you're the type who prefers a classic with soul over a new car with no personality, hit that subscribe button because every week I bring you these forgotten pearls that are turning into gold. Silverado number 1, 454 SS, 1990 to 1993, the forgotten muscle truck. Let's start with the obvious that wasn't obvious. The 454 SS. When it launched in 1990, it cost 18 grand. Was it expensive? Yes. Did it sell well? No. Total units produced in 4 years? Less than 17,000. Back then, people thought it was absurd. Why would anyone need a truck with a 7.4-liter engine that gets 10 miles per gallon? It was seen as wasteful, impractical. In the 2000s, you could find them for $4,000–$5,000. Gas guzzler was the nickname. But then magic happened. Collectors discovered it was the last true muscle truck of the classic era. 230 horsepower might seem low today, but that 385 lb-ft of torque and that rumble, priceless. Today, a black 91, which was the most common, with 150k miles, is worth 25 grand. A 1990 first year with under 100k miles, 35 grand easy. And if it's that special Marlboro edition from 93 that almost nobody knows about, I've seen them asking 55 grand. The secret to appreciation? Limited production plus last gasp of big block engines plus 90s nostalgia equals perfect investment. And the best part, you can still find one forgotten on a farm for 10 to 15 grand if you know where to look. Silverado number 2, single cab Sportside, 1990 to 1998, the reject that became rare. Everyone made fun of this one. The Sportside with that retro step-side bed. Looks like a truck from the 50s, they said. Bed's too small, they complained. Result? Sold terribly. Chevy almost canceled the line 3 times. But you know what's ironic? Because it sold poorly, it became rare. And rare plus beautiful plus nostalgic equals insane appreciation. Especially the single cabs with 350 engine and manual transmission. In 2005, my cousin bought a red 93 Sportside for $2,800. The seller even gave a discount because nobody wanted that weird bed. He still has the truck. Last month someone offered 22 grand. He didn't sell. Know why? Because he saw a 1990 single cab, single bench seat, sell at auction for 31 grand. The math is simple. Out of every 100 Silverados sold in the 90s, maybe 3 were single cab Sportsides. Of those, how many survived? How many weren't destroyed in heavy work? You're looking for a needle in a haystack. And when you find it, the price reflects that. Golden tip. The 2 most valued colors are Victory Red and that teal metallic that was exclusive to 1994 to 1995. If you find one of these, buy without thinking twice. Silverado number 3, original Z71 Off-Road, 1990 to 1998, the package that became legend. In the 90s, the Z71 Package was just another option on the list. Cost about $800 extra and gave you off-road suspension, skid plates, and those Z71 decals on the sides. Big deal, right? Back then, nobody really cared. Fatal mistake. This package turned the Silverado into a pre-Raptor 20 years before the Raptor existed. And the market finally realized this. An original Z71 with factory decals, documentation proving the original package, is worth way more than a regular Silverado. Real example, 2 identical 1996 extended cab Silverados. Same color, same mileage, 180k miles, same condition. The regular one, 8 grand. The Z71 with original documentation, 19 grand. $11,000 difference for decals and suspension? No, for authenticity and rarity. The crucial detail, it has to be factory Z71. Lots of people slap Z71 stickers on regular Silverados thinking they're fooling someone. They're not. The VIN doesn't lie. B4U code in the RPO codes equals real Z71. Without it, it's fake and worth nothing extra. The most sought after? 1990 to 1991 first years and 1998 last year of the GMT 400 style. If it's a crew cab from those years with C71, 60/40 bench, and that burgundy interior, you're sitting on $25,000 to $30,000. Silverado number 4, 2500 Suburban 3-door, 1992 to 1999, the dinosaur that became classic. Who needs a truck this big? That's what everyone said about the 2500 Suburban from the 90s. That 3-door monster, rear only opened on one side, looked like a bus. Drank gas like it was water. Impossible to park. Result? Depreciated faster than ice cream in Arizona sun. In 2010, you could buy one for 2 grand and the seller would thank you for getting it off his driveway. Then came 2020. Overlanding exploded. Van life became trendy. Suddenly everyone wants a war tank to turn into a motorhome. And what's the best war tank from the 90s? Exactly, the Suburban 2500. But not just any one. Has to be the 3/4 ton 2500, preferably with the 454 big block or the 6.5 turbo diesel. Why? Load capacity. Reinforced chassis. Indestructible 14-bolt rear axle. It's basically a medium-duty truck disguised as an SUV. Prices today? A 95 2500 diesel with 200k miles, 15 to 20 grand. A 1999 last year with the Vortec 454 and under 150k miles saw one sell for 32 grand. And remember, in 2010 it was worth 3 grand. The weird part is the 4 doors, rear doors on both sides, are worth less than the 3 doors. Why? The 3 doors are rare. And in the collectible world, rare always wins. Silverado number 5, work truck WT with 6.5 turbo diesel, 1992 to 1999, the black sheep turned gold. This is the final plot twist. GM's 6.5 turbo diesel was hated. Hated. Injection pump problems, overheating, PMD that fried. Mechanics ran from this engine. Buy a Cummins, they said. Get a Power Stroke, they begged. Result? Silverados with 6.5 diesel were practically given away. 2008, you could buy one for $1,000. $1,000. Scrap price. But then something interesting happened. The few crazy ones who kept these Silverados discovered something. With the right modifications, PMD relocation, improved intercooler, high flow water pump, this engine becomes a tank. Reliable, economical, and torque for days. Plus, it's GM's last purely mechanical diesel. No DF, no DPF, no complex electronics. You can run it on vegetable oil if you want. Don't recommend it, but you can. This attracted 2 groups, preppers and mechanical simplicity enthusiasts. Today, a 1996 WT Silverado with 6.5 diesel, single cab, and V4500 manual transmission in good shape, 18 grand. If it's 4x4, 23 grand. And the craziest part, the most basic ones with 0 options are the most valued. The more stripped, the better. I know a guy in Montana who has 3. Bought them all for less than 2 grand each between 2008 to 2010. Today, the collection's worth 60 grand. He laughs every time he tells the story. Everyone said I was crazy. Who's laughing now? So there you have it, folks. 5 Silverados that were jokes in the 2000s and today are better investments than Bitcoin. The 454 SS that drank too much. The Sportside that was too weird. The Z71 that was too expensive. The Suburban that was too big. And the 6.5 diesel that was too problematic. Know what the lesson is here? What the market rejects today might be tomorrow's treasure. especially when we're talking about the last versions of an era. These Silverados are the last simple, honest trucks without 500 computers controlling everything. So, do you have one of these in your garage? Know someone who sold cheap and regrets it to this day? Or better yet, know where one of these is sitting abandoned waiting to be rescued? Comment down below. I love these almost bought or my dad had one stories. If this video made you look different at that old Silverado in the classifieds, hit that like button to help the channel. And subscribe, because next week, I'm going to show you 5 F-150s from the 90s that are also exploding in value. Spoiler, one of them tripled in price just in 2024. Until next time, and remember, today's junk is tomorrow's classic. The trick is knowing which is which. Peace out.